Hey, good morning. It's Saturday. This is going to be a side-by-side read-along of Isaiah 53, just out of the Septuagint and the Tanakh. The Septuagint and the Masoretic text is pretty much what it comes down to. It's just to show the differences in it. This right here is the oldest we have, and this right here is the Masoretic text. And we're just going to look at it and go through it, and just going to read it verse by verse. All right. This is from the Septuagint here. Verse 1, O Lord, who has believed our report, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? You jump over here. Who would have believed our report, and to whom hath the arm of the Lord been revealed? So there's not much difference there. We brought a report as of a child before him. He is as a root in a thirsty land. He has no form, no comeliness, and we saw him, but he had no form, no beauty. All right, verse 2. For he shot up right forth as a sapling, and as a root out of dry ground. He had no form, no comeliness, that we should look upon him, nor beauty that we should delight in him. All right, so pretty ugly. Here we go. But his form was ignoble and inferior to that of the children of men. He was as a man in suffering, and acquainted with the bearing of sickness, for his face is turned from us. He was dishonored and not esteemed. All right, verse 3. He was despised and forsaken of men, a man of pains and acquainted with disease. And as one whom men hid their face, he was despised and was esteemed, and we esteemed him not. It's definitely getting switched around. We esteemed him not. Not esteemed this one. All right, verse 4. He bears our sins and is paying for us. Yet we accounted him to be in trouble and in suffering and in affliction. Verse 4 out of the Masoretic. Surely our diseases he did bear, and our pains he carried, whereas we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. Verse 5, but he was wounded on account of our sins, he was bruised because of our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his bruises we are healed. But he was wounded because of our transgressions, he was crushed because of our iniquities. The chastisement of our welfare was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. By his bruises, with his stripes. All right. This one right here was written for the Greek-speaking Jews. Uh, it was all compiled together over a long time. It wasn't just sitting down and written once, but I can't remember the guy's name, but he was the Pharaoh of Egypt, the Greek-speaking Pharaoh. And he was building out the library, and he wanted to get all the Jewish scriptures together, so for the Greek-speaking Jews for them to have around, this is how they came up with this. And this right here is actually what the Jews held on to, the Masoretic text. All right, where were we? What verse we wanted? Verse 6. All we as sheep have gone astray. Every one of us has gone astray in his way, and the Lord gave him up for our sins. Verse 6. All we like sheep did go astray. We turned every one to his own way, and the Lord hath made to light on him the iniquity of us all. All right, so massive difference right there. And he, because of his affliction, opened not his. Oop, where am I at? All we sheep did have gone astray. Every one of us has gone astray in his way. Yep. All right, verse 7. And he, because of his affliction, opens not his mouth. He was led as a sheep to the slaughter, and as a lamb before the shearer is dumb. So he opens not his mouth. He was oppressed, though he humbled himself. See this one? And opened not his mouth, as a lamb that is led to the slaughter, and as a sheep that before her shearers is dumb, yet he opened not his mouth. And because of his affliction, opens not his mouth. He was oppressed, though he humbled himself and opened not his mouth. All right. Verse 8. Let me scroll up. Verse 8. In his humiliation, his judgment was taken away. Who shall declare his generation? For his life is taken away from the earth because of the iniquities of my people. He was led to death. By oppression and judgment he was taken away. And with his generation, who did reason? For he is cut off out of the land of the living, for the transgression of my people to whom stroke was due. A little bit different. Here we go. Back to the Septuagint. And I will give the wicked for his burial and the rich for his death, for he practiced no iniquity, no craft with his mouth. And they made his grave with the wicked and with the rich his tomb. Although he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. The Lord also pleased to purge him from his stroke. If you can give an offering for sin, your soul shall see a long-lived seed. Yet it pleased the Lord to crush him in disease, to see if his soul would offer itself in restitution, that he might see his seed, prolong his days, and that the purpose of the Lord might prosper by his hand. The Lord is also pleased to take away from the travail of his soul, to show him light, and to form him with understanding, to justify the just one who serves many well, and he shall bear their sins. Over here, off 11. Of the travail of his soul he shall see to the full, even my servant, who by his knowledge did justify the righteous one to many, and their iniquities he did bear. Let me read that again. The Lord also is pleased to take away from the travail of his soul, to show him light, and to form him with understanding, to justify the one who serves many well. And he shall bear their sins. Of the travail of his soul he shall see to the full, even my servant, who by the knowledge did justify the righteous one. The just one, the righteous one. All right. Verse 12, therefore he shall inherit many, and he shall divide the spoils of the mighty, because his soul was delivered to death, and he was numbered among the transgressors. And he bore the sins of many, and was delivered because of their iniquities. Therefore will I divide him a portion among the great, and he will divide the spoil with the mighty, because he bared his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors. Yet he bore the sin of many, and made intercession for the transgressions. All right, well, this is the Septuagint in the Masoretic text, but unlike in Jeremiah, uh, there's massive differences in here between both of these, but they're very similar. This is my first video doing it like this. I was just wanting to find something, so I picked out Isaiah 53. But I'm going to find a verse, or not a verse, but chapters that are wildly different, and they say the same thing but completely different. I know this is what this is doing, but you'll understand in my later videos. But guys, go over here and like and subscribe. Show me some love. I need it. And you guys have a great day, man. And I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I tried to make it quick. I kind of rushed through it, but it's something. All right, guys, have a great rest of the day.